Welcome to the Terrorist Pre-Show. I'm Cody.
And I am Trey, and today we will be bringing you the action of today's NACA tournament between the University of Central Missouri and the University of Central Oklahoma. The rule set for this is a best of 5, so the first team to get to 3 wins or 3 map wins will win the series.
Yeah, and for your
Josh,
cover lineup today, we're going to have Baggins on support, Rickus Morty on DPS, Bite Me on DPS, Angler on tank, and ED Gaming on support, and Jonah, the co-worst player of the game for last match, on tank as well. Now, Trey, can you tell us a little bit about last game?
yeah, so last series was last week. It was preseason. I cannot remember the team that we went against, but I know that we did get a clean 3-0 sweep versus them. Jonah played very, very well on the wrecking ball, and I'm anxious to see if he can be that good again for a second week in a row. So let's get right into it. With that, we are going to take a quick break before we get into the action. See you then.
Taylor Industries is a proud sponsor of UCM Esports, a family-owned and operated business. Hello everyone, thank you for joining us today. Before today's match, we'll be going over the rules of Overwatch. Overwatch is a 6v6 team-based game, where each map has specific objectives to complete. At the beginning of the match, and at any time during the game, the players can move into a spawn room that allows them to choose what character they want to play. They can also do this while waiting to respawn. There are 3 types of heroes that can be played. Tanks specialize in protecting allies, disrupting enemies, and occupying the front line. They have high survivability and abilities that protect themselves and others with shields and crowd control. Damage heroes are responsible for seeking out, engaging, and defeating the enemy using their varied tools, abilities, and playstyles. Lastly, support are heroes that heal, buff, and provide utility. Support heroes boost the overall performance of their team by increasing their survivability, speed, and damage output. They're generally the worst duelists and are best when surrounded by teammates. Throughout the match, players have a select set of abilities that can be used. All heroes have at least 2, although some have more. Each character also has an ultimate ability that must be charged by dealing damage or healing. Each match takes place on one of 4 types of maps: Assault, Payload, Control, or Hybrid. Payload maps have an objective that players must push to the end of a set track, with the other team defending. Whichever team can push their payload further wins. Assault maps have 2 objectives that one team must try to capture while the other team defends. Hybrid maps are a combination of the last 2 mentions, with one team capturing a point and then pushing it along a track. In control maps, players must fight over one point located in the middle of the map and hold it to fill their percentage. Finally, whichever team has won the most rounds by the end of the match will win the game.
Imagine opportunity. Got it? Good. Now pursue it. Choose the right college to cultivate it. Discover your passion, your talent. Now share it. Embrace it. Go global. Find support, network, build your team. Set a goal, work hard, achieve it. Be proud of yourself. Celebrate it. Discover UCM. Discover opportunity in action.
Okay, here we are on the first map against the Broncos. So we are on a which is another point control map. So whichever team can hold the point in the middle of the map for 100, you get charged 100%. Will win this map.
Yeah, so hopefully UCM can pull this one off. They did very well last week, so let's see if they can pull off this time.
Switching over to the Baggins here, he falls up top, but he's able to get to handle. He's able to put the Bastion to sleep. As Bite Me is on Genji trying to take out that Diva there. We see go back over to Joey here, trying to take the Diva, isn't able to. Takes out her mech at least, and leaves the UCM for a good setup. But I think actually never mind, I spoke too soon. It looks like Jonah and Bite Me are kind of caught out line as Rickless Morty is down. Jones trying to test it for his team to regather to hopefully take this point.
So this one, this match got hot and heavy very, very quickly. This is a crazy beginning game, contested here still to this point. Nobody has captured it, but one team very close. The Broncos are very close, so we'll see.
but yeah, Bronco's team with six people on. As Joan is forced to retreat, his ult is up, which can be great. He grabs the health pack there. As UCM children can take. The Broncos do have control of the point now, so I do think this is going to be a bit much in their favor. Looks like UCM. Go ahead.
That was a pretty clean little skirmish there from the Broncos. They do have control and they have high ground there, so it might be kind of tough for UCM to break this point here. I don't know why they have the tracer there too. Also, considering that Broncos are on the high ground.
Man, it's out of position, but we see Joe pull his ult, and he also is given shields. And we see from I think he's got some. Yeah, he uses his ability. That's right. But we see another ult popped out from Hall here. Doing a lot of damage to Reinhardt right now. UCM is able to react. He's also able to heal up his teammate. Also able to heal up his Reaper. A lot of his team is low, but Hall here is doing some great healing. DD's forced to fall back, but he's taken out. His ult is up. UCM has up 3 ults, but Broncos are sitting at 1 ult. This is the rough spot for UCM right now.
UCM is kind of getting routed here. They're actually getting pushed back into their spawn. This is never a place that you want to be, and I don't know how they're going to break through this here. So,
They're going to be a struggle for UCM. As we see here, the Baggins does have his ult up and go, so that will be a bit helpful. Game for the Reinhardt, and I think he gave it to Jonah there. But we do see another ult come up from the Reaper. Geen back is eliminated, and they will have his teammates clean up after him.
yeah, this is looking pretty dire for UCM, and I don't think they're going to be able to take this round here. This one does look like it is going to go to the Broncos.
Yeah, definitely. But Jonah probably put on their ult, trying to get tested a little bit. He is able to hold enough for his teammates to come in. Holt has another ult out though. He's able to do some damage to Agler, but he's taken out as well. That's an ult from DDD Gaming. It's the Lucio ult. He gives his teammates some shields, but it looks like UCM is still struggling. 2 players down for UCM. Well, 2 are down for the Broncos. UCM might be able to recap this point now, but it's with Broncos seeing 90%, it's gonna look pretty. Like you said, it looks pretty dire for them.
They are halfway here on capturing the point. Maybe they're going to prove me wrong, but they still have yet to get it. We are still in the overtime, man. This skirmish has been going on for a good minute here. It's looking crazy here.
Yeah, the Reinhardt showing off some great stuff, but he's taken out again by another Moira ult. That's a lot of ults we've seen from the Moira and the ball here. Looks like we go over to the Winston here. He's doing some electrified damage, able to clean up UCM. I don't think they're going to be able to take this point, though. And they are not.
It is round 1 over to the Broncos. That was pretty much a rout there. UCM has 0%. To Broncos 100%, of course. But we'll see if they can bounce back in this next round here.
We are in a different part of the map now. We're still on Oasis, but this part is a bit more. I don't want to say kind of a bit more. It's a bit more closed in. I would say it has a lot more cover than I guess. With like a bit more routes to come in. There's a higher and lower part in this part. So who knows? Maybe UCM can use it to their advantage.
Yeah. So this map has quite a bit less high ground there. So there is the little ledge there in the middle, but that is not quite as high as the first point on Oasis. So I'm anxious to see how each team utilizes the openness of this map here.
Jonah going for another flank here. Still sticking that ball. He feels pretty confident into it. Able to disrupt him up a little bit, doing some damage. As Biteman goes in there, try to take out one of the Broncos' DPS here. Doing a lot of damage to the Reinhardt. Trying to get that shield down while the Angler supports cover. Ooh, that's the second kill. Both Reinhardts are down now. As the Reapers battle it out. And it looks like Biteman takes it, but he's taken out by Hall here.
Biteman took out, like 2 people before he went down, including the enemy Reaper. Great play there from Biteman.
But looks like Broncos, their Tracer is doing super well. His ult is up now, so it looks like he might be able to do some damage here. He sticks Angler, taking out the Reinhardt. That's gonna ruin that next push up for UCM. Looks like the Broncos do take the point here.
I'm afraid it might be looking like the repeat of last round. They do get the first capture here, and UCM failed to break the defense last time, so we'll see what they can do this time.
Trying to push up, sticking them bit together. No, Jonah still is out of. He goes into the disrupt the team though. He's able to get in their back line, but he isn't able to do enough damage as the ball is not that had damage in character. He does catch one of their players out, their tank out, and he is able to kill the Reinhardt with his ult, and kills the Moira with his ult as well. That's a team kill for UCM.
Great attack there from UCM. They are able to take the point. Broncos only got to 34% this time. Last time, UCM did not contest the point until they were already at 100%. So great adjustments here made from UCM.
Ooh, a little bit of a missed ult there from, from Lucas Morty. But we see two hammer downs come out now as Broncos tries to take the point. UCM is getting closer and closer to tying it up. The Tracers battle it out right now. Seeing the black hole comes out and a Reaper. That's a great combo there of ults. That's putting UCM in a very rough spot as now only Jonah remains. And he's trying to disrupt them as much as possible to contest that point. But Broncos are able to take it back. UCM does have the lead now in percent-wise, but they can catch up pretty fast.
The issue there was that the Broncos had a very good combo between Reaper and Zarya. Always a tried and true combo there. You do not want to get caught in that, and UCM pays the price.
Yeah, but that's another great ball from Jonah there. Able to get rid of both of their healers. So hopefully he can get some good plays here. And he gets some merit plays, disrupting the Zarya as Zarya's forced to bubble and fall back. But Zarya's almost dead, and Zarya's eliminated by Jonah again. Jonah's been doing a great plays. Another great kill with the ult. Taking the point back for UCM.
UCM putting up a battle here. They're not gonna go down without a fight, and it's these fights are very close. It looks like it's going back and forth from both teams here. Like it's definitely been going back and forth. So
you love to see it. And as UCM nears Broncos 69%, they try to get close, and it looks like the ball is on fire. He gets a loose. I think that was a Lucio that was just popped out. That's a hammer down. As the ball comes out, he's able to try to disrupt the team. Goes in for damage. He's aiming for the healers. He is able to get them. No, he is not able to get them. Baggins showing some great Moira plays. Moira is a great damaging in healer, but he is taken out by data drainer on the Reinhardt. Looks like Broncos takes the point once again, but UCM seeing a nice crisp 91%. The all we need to do is take the point one more time. They should be looking good for this point.
We have anything to go off of. Both teams have been going back and forth, so we should expect UCM to be able to take this point here. But Broncos do have two ultimates to UCM's one, so two now. So we'll see how this goes.
The UCM's gonna have 3 ups, and that's a Zarya black hole coming out. But it isn't. But as Baggins shows out his ult, he isn't going to get a lot of damage on. He's caught from his team. Goes in to heal Angler, but he'll keep the push. I think this is a hard to call it. Broncos are staying at 99%. This is do or die right now for UCM. Who takes this point will probably win the game. The Reinhardt's taken out. It's not looking good for UCM as they're down to only one player. But it is Jonah. He's no one in sight though. Trying to get this point. He comes in. But he's taken out.
Great match from both teams. In the end, though, Broncos were able to hold the point, and that means they win this first match here.
Yep, and we'll see more of that after this quick little break.
Culver's is a proud sponsor of UCM Esports. Welcome to Delicious.
When you are looking at college, you don't want a piece of paper. You want an opportunity. The opportunity to lead, to innovate, to transform. The opportunity to excel beyond what you thought possible. At the University of Central Missouri, your goals are achievable because we give you more support so your ambition faces fewer obstacles. Embrace your potential with the backing of 150 years of academic excellence, with undergraduate and graduate degrees available in Warrensburg, Lee Summit, and online. Discover UCM. Discover opportunity in action.
Okay, here we are on the next map for UCM. We are now on Junkertown, and UCM is on payload here, and they're escorting the payload. Start us off.
For those of you that don't know, escort the payload is basically if one player is on the payload that we just saw there, it moves, and it moves to certain points, and then you get to certain checkpoints. If you can make it to the end, you win. If you can't make it to the end, it stops where the match ends at. So if the opposite team can get it further than that, they will win. If both teams get it to the end, it goes into an overtime where the team who gets it the furthest will win the match. So yeah, let's get it popping here. Let's see what's going on.
They're starting off here. UCM had a pretty good push start off with, but they are getting taken out one by one. UCM we're going to see a possible regroup for the teams here. The payload is stopped now, and soon in a little bit it's going to start moving back. As you see now, it's starting to move back. So Broncos is going to hold this point really well. They didn't hold it out. They didn't hold it out well to begin with. So hopefully UCM can capitalize on their new hold. We see UCM trying to get some pushes off here. We see two of the we see Reinhardt's dueling out right now over the point. Reinhardt's a great person to have the point down. He has his ult ready. But he has now, so does the air Ryan, so does Broncos. He throws out his ult and he's able to. Looks like Reinhardt has been amplified by the Ana. We're trying to see some, but nothing's able to happen.
UCM's having trouble here breaking through this tank-riddled team of the Broncos here. They have stifled them here in this little choke point here, so I'm anxious to see what UCM can do to make it out of this.
This is the first game we've also seen where Jonah's not on ball. He is sitting on the Zarya now, which is a first for him we've seen so far. So we see DDD Gaming here trying to go around, trying to disrupt the team a little bit, able to get some kills down, get some speed boost to his teammates. When you see Biden point at the Genji ult, get some kills, but the air Genji runs away. Looks like the air Genji was able to run away. And goes and do some damage to the Diva, but wasn't going to kill, but it's enough to help his team out. Looks like UCM's going to be able to hit the first checkpoint.
Good push there from UCM. They were stifled in the choke point there, but they are able to make it out. I'm also surprised they didn't pull out a Junkrat there. Any choke points, Junkrat is the king of breaking through those. But great on UCM with the Genji and Genji and Ashe combo there.
Yeah, Ashe is definitely one of my favorite ops to see. She's able to deal a lot of damage. And that bomb, oh, it's fantastic. We see a black hole come out from Jonah here. He's able to get I think that was the Mercy out, so he can deal a lot of dedicated damage, dedicated healing from Broncos as they continue to push around the corner. They're doing great on this choke. This is a choke that a lot of teams struggle with.
They are.
But they're not. No one's on the payload. Only 1% on the payload right now. They're pushed up pretty far, leaving that payload far behind. Ooh, a great shield there from Angler. The Reinhardt's all coming up, but he is nano boosted. I can't tell if someone else is nano boosted as well. Max Baggins says has nano boost. Hasn't picked a person yet. We see a ball come out from Bronco now, but he's quickly getting punished. Yash takes out Rickus Morty. Jonah throws out another ult here, but Bob is thrown out as well and able to get rid of Jonah.
Yeah, UCM got stifled there, but that's to be expected. They're right by their spawn point, so I fully expect them to be able to push this payload a bit further than it is now.
This is definitely an interesting spot. Normally, I don't see teams get caught up here often, but it's going to be interesting to see now as UCM has to regroup and repush. Ball's trying to disrupt him up a little bit, but he isn't able to get any good pushes on him. Looks like UCM's using the tunnels to try and get around, staying in cover. So they're going to try to go for a flank play here. The ball caught them, so that's going to lure the Broncos to the play. Ball pushes Reinhardt back, leaving his teammates out in front. Trying to get some damage in, but Ingwar's just hiding to hold the wall down as the Genji comes in. Yeah, UCM has some karma here as the ball seems to be being a bit more of a as being a bit of a problem for him right now, and they're not able to react to it. When you see a Winston come out, he's going to get rid of any and all Brocco's shields. But this isn't the shield man anymore, so shields aren't as effective as they used to be back long ago. You see Alex we've seen Alex be getting behind UCM's entire line with an ult ray. That's going to create detrimental. You also see Yeez with an ult. And he throws out the ult here. Is he able to get any kills? He's able to assist Baggins. And looks like he's going to clean up the Ashe here. No, but Winston's there to help him out. Great plays there.
Big time play.
Yeah, 6 seconds left. UCM was only going to get through one checkpoint here, it looks like. But that they are seeing a great spot, and they're just as close to getting to the second point, which all it requires is one more push. Which, as we enter into 45 seconds here, it's probably the final play of this map for the first attack phase, first round. The Genji comes out, a great combo with the Zarya Black Hole. A four-man kill for the Broncos. Looks like we're gonna hit the second checkpoint here after all.
Ooh, he killed 5 there with the Genji. So brilliant play there from UCM, being able to combo the Zarya with the Genji. Love to see that.
Yeah, while ults are strong, the only thing stronger than one ult is 2 ults that combo together. And that requires teamwork, which UCM isn't effectively able to use. Here we go into the final, area of the map.
Yeah, the final leg of this the map here. Hopefully UCM can take this thing to the end.
UCM starting up top here as Yeezy's able to flank around using the Moira. Sorry, using the cloak right there. He's able to teleport out, doing some serious damage to UCM. Paul gets a res on the Ashe. He's able to do some damage. A great ult from the ball here. He's able to do some damage as Angler clears it out, doing great damage to his shield. He falls back to get to his team as he looks to be the only one left in action right now. But Broncos aren't letting him get away. Broncos are reset up now, waiting for another push. Let's see what they can do here. 30 seconds left. UCM does not have a lot of time here. This is the last push here, and their goal right now is just to get payload as far as possible for when next round happens. Looks like UCM is down a lot of players right now. I don't think anyone's on the point right now, and as we enter the last 10 seconds, I don't think they're going to be able to do anything in here, Trey.
I mean, they have 4.3 seconds left, as I was saying that. I don't know. They have 3 players up now. They may be able to push it a bit further, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
As they enter overtime, we did see a nano boosted Rhine there, but it wasn't enough, as UCM was quickly taken out. And that is round 1 complete.
Great round 1 there. Let's see what let's see what the Broncos can do as they push the payload. UCM got pretty far there. If they can stifle the Broncos, they'll go ahead and take this match.
Yeah, it's definitely I think UCM is definitely they have been. And we missed the last match. They are definitely a good defensive team here. See a quick tour of this map. This is in the areas they missed out. This is where, if you doesn't know, this is where they spawned on the last stretch. Some good old loot right there.
Lots of gold coins there. Who could even spend all that money? I guess Roadhog and Junkrat have been hard at work. As you can see, their loot is piling up.
Yeah, it looks like the UCM shows their roster. You see Jonah back on the ball here. Now, anything gets to play after last round?
let's see what is going to happen here between the Broncos and UCM in the second, I guess, match of this series here.
Yeah, you got match
Yeah.
rounds, maps. It's all confusing.
The Broncos are currently up though. Is it one map? They won
Yes.
the so they won the very first map, so it is currently a 1-2-0 lead in favor of the Broncos.
We saw that Jonah was just sitting on top of that building, sitting like Dark Knight, waiting for it to react. But he wasn't able to do a lot there as Broncos read that read pretty fast. But Aang was caught out pretty fast by Diva, and Broncos kind of a good flank right now. Payload is just sitting there, but Broncos were able to get rid of the tank, which is going to do some massive damage for UCM. Baggins comes in for the heals as Diva tries to recharge the mech. Broncos getting a great push right here. But Joan goes in front of the ball, and he is able to get some disrupting as UCM pushes through to try and contest this. That's Broncos on the down. That's also their DPS down. Broncos is down 2 men while UCM is down winning the Baggins. Rickles Morris gets us stuck on the ash. Great place there. Gets out the Mercy.
Ooh.
Great stuff there from Rickles Morty.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. The UCM's doing pretty well on defense here. I do believe they are on pace to beating the Broncos here. They have held them there for quite a bit. So the Broncos are going to have to figure something out. Maybe change up the comp to break through this defense.
We go next match here. We see Angler drop his ult on payload, which is going to be a struggle for UCM. Sorry, a struggle for the Broncos, as that's going to do a lot of damage. And Alex is able to get rid of the Baggins, and as it's 3 UCM's players down, both of their heroes are 100 DPSs. Looks like Broncos had cleared out Ball's ult. It looks like they're getting a great push on. It looks like they're at least going to get the first checkpoint.
UCM playing very, very well here. They have 1:50 left to hold the Broncos, but with how close that is to the wall, I do believe the Broncos should be able to get to at least that first checkpoint there. But you never know, and it looks like they're probably going to do it here actually.
That's definitely a weak push from UCM there, and that gives them almost 2 minute add to their time, which for this second stretch, it's going to be great stuff to see. Great for them. But if UCM can catch them out like right here, right now, before they can get any leg room, it's going to put them at a great advantage. Definitely in my opinion, this is definitely like probably one of the hardest parts to push on the map. But it looks like UCM isn't. Looks like Broncos aren't facing a lot of contesting yet. As UCM still doesn't kind of bully your group. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe we're just waiting for him to come around the corner. So we see Joan going in, getting behind the back line here. Isn't finding a target though. Goes for the Ana though, getting rid of the Broncos healing. Ana has lost a few heals before she's eliminated, but she isn't eliminated though. Winston comes in to save her. Trying to get some damage, but looks like he isn't able to get to him. UCM is now down 2 players, now 3 players. Spoke too soon there, and looks like Broncos take the second wave.
Great play there from the Winston, going back to help his support. Keeping the support alive keeps you alive, so helping your support is mandatory here in these tournament games, and Winston did well there.
Yeah, this is going to be a struggle. Looks like it's everything coming to the last stretch here for UCM. They throw some ults thrown out from the Broncos. Fighting trying to do some damage, but he just isn't able to out heal that. And looks like Ingrid throws out a Diva ult and is able to get 1 kill. Some great plays. UCM's getting some refrags back, coming back into action here. And it's about time we see this. As it looks like Broncos are pushed back. They're going to be completely wiped.
Biden eliminated their Mercy from quite a bit back with the Reaper shots there. Reaper shots don't do much damage from far away. Yeah, he was able to pick up that kill on Mercy. Pretty interesting there.
Yeah, Reaper Sniper, new meta, you know? And if we go back in the next books, looks like Broncos are still trying to regroup here. No, don't see any big roster, don't see any big hero changes for them. UCM still remain quite strong with what they have. Jonah has switched from Baldo onto Winston. Didn't know what happened, but he is eliminated by Broncos' Reaper. And Reaper was like by being eliminated Broncos Winston as well. A bit of a trade that, and it basically was an exact trade there. Reaper is caught trying to do some damage. Maggins has his ult. That's gonna be great for his next big push. As we in the last minutes, it's gonna become a bit of a problem here for the Broncos. UCM has some great defensive here. They finally found a situation where they're comfortable sitting in. He's able to disrupt the team a little bit. And as he goes into this, he throws out his healing, able to keep UCM alive in the action here. Let's see what we can do here. A ball comes out. Not entirely sure whose that was. I think that was the Broncos' ult. Yeah, that's right, because UCM didn't have a ball. DDD throws out his ult as well. Trying to keep UCM alive as much as possible for these last almost 30 seconds here. Looks like Broncos are able to take it though, and they still have 2 more ults left, while UCM only has 1. Looks like this is gonna be. Ooh, By Me is eliminated by Alex. So we enter in the final stretch here. If the Broncos didn't take it, they will take the point lead for this map. That was
the Broncos can go about halfway through this final leg here, and results in the win for them. UCM only made it about halfway through, so the Broncos are actually doing very well. It's kind of sad that UCM was not able to hold them on the very first checkpoint or the second one, considering how low the of time the Broncos had. So it's unfortunate.
Yeah, Broncos are inching closer and closer. The Winston comes out. It takes out the bag and takes and also Tracer is taken out by Broncos' Tracer. By Me throws out his ult, isn't him getting kills, and he's taken out by the other Reaper ult there. This is just trailing for UCM here. The points remain contested though, so all it takes is for UCM is to get at least win one team fight. That's all it is here in these final inches of the payload. The Winston shield comes out. Winston trying to do some damage, get his cover for his team. As the Broncos are able to push it with only very few meters left to go, and Broncos take it.
Great game there from the Broncos.
That was definitely a great map for them. So it looks like we have only one more map to go for the Broncos, for them to win at least. So hopefully we can see some good plays for them. And we'll see the next map after this break.
Taylor Industries is a proud sponsor of UCM Esports, a family-owned and operated business.
Okay, here we are on the third map. We are on Kings Row now. So it looks like this is gonna be we're seeing a hybrid now map come out. So hopefully UCM can start doing a reverse sweep here.
It's looking like an uphill battle for UCM. The Broncos have been playing very, very well, and a 3-0 sweep, it is possible, but it will be pretty damn hard.
Yeah, we've seen By Me come out with the Echo here. Now Echo's, I think it's Overwatch's newest character. I'm not too impressed with her. I know she can fly around. She has an explosive shot. But I think her main thing is that her ult can copy. She can copy someone else or make an echo of someone else to fit with the name.
Yeah, she turns into that character, gets their moves, gets their ultimate, and all that good stuff. Very interesting ultimate in the game of Overwatch. So
yeah,
let's see what he can do with her.
We see here UCM is having a bit of a struggle here, trying to push in. This first getting to the point here is definitely a hard goal to see. But we see Rickless Morning on the Widowmaker, gets a nice little peek there. Love to see it.
A beautiful shot there from Rickless.
Yeah, one thing especially about Widowmaker is that Hero Sniper Foot's fully charged. She can get a one-shot headshot kill, but it's a very hard shot to hit. We see Bite Me, we see Echo. She turned into Reinhardt there, was able to get some good push there, allowing UCM to take that first, get on that point, but she is thrown away by the hammer down. We're seeing the Zarya ult, but he doesn't get a lot of damage there, as Ryan Shield gets a lot of cover, and he is taken out by the Reinhardt.
I can't quite see who Bite Me changed into, as his ultimate is only at 32%. So that means he did use his first round. I did not see who he changed to. So
it was the Reinhardt. He was in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
As we see a hack going out right now. UCM wasn't ready for that hack. They get pushed back more and more to the point. Joan trying to give his teammates cover as they fall back. Baggins is taken out. He's left alone, waiting for his teammates to come back. But Jones there, keeping the front lines as Reinhardt is back in play. And we see Rikus Morty switch from the Widowmaker to the Ashe, now to the Reaper there. Probably have to play there with the Widowmaker, as Widowmaker, as already one sniper in the Ana, it's going to be a bit more of a. It's going to be hard for UCM's front line. We see a combo of Zarya and a Reaper ult again. It's another great push here for Broncos. They're sitting in a great spot here. As with almost a minute left, UCM has no coverage on the point.
Yeah, this map is rather tough. I've always hated it for as long as it's been in the game. It's looking like Broncos are going to be able to hold this. UCM doesn't seem to have an answer for Yaz and Alex on the Broncos.
Yeah, this is hard shot. You seem to have had a great first preseason match, but that was just preseason. This is the real stuff right here. So hopefully we see Echo's ult come out. Where he's going to transform into now? He's pick any one of the enemies, takes the Reinhardt, and goes in. It'll get some damage with a double Reinhardt. That's a mean combo right there. Tries to get hammered down, but it's not effective at all. And we see looks like UCM has another failed push here. It's just not looking good for them, as all the Broncos need to do is just get the first third of the payload to win this map.
Looking like UCM is going to have to stagger in here. They're going to have to go all out kamikaze to even remotely take the point, as they are 1/3 of the way taken there.
But overtime is in effect now, so UCM has to stick on this point constantly. If even as long as they have one player, they're good. But if anyone's off, overtime is going to go down super fast. As overtime goes down, that's going to be the first round in favor of the Broncos.
And the UCM are up against it.
Definitely a rough patch for UCM, but Broncos are sitting really well right now. Need to win more map, and this is probably the easiest chance they have of winning it.
Yeah, all they got to do is take this first point from UCM. I think all they have to do is take the first 1/3 of the point.
Correct.
And they win. They don't even have to take the entirety of the point. So the Broncos are 1/3 of a point from taking this entire series from UCM. So UCM has their back against the wall.
It'll be interesting to see what heroes UCM chooses here. They're going to need a hard focus on defense here. They cannot let the Broncos take this for a chance of UCM being able to come back. Looking at, we see Bite Me switch onto the Torbjorn. So that's going to be a great defensive op with this turret. So what do you think of UCM's heroes I selected here, Trey?
So Torbjorn, of course, a great defensive hero. Not quite sure how well it will play into the Orisa as we just. Okay, so they switched up Orisa, Bastion. Okay, they switched up on us again. So now they're running Zarya, Reinhardt, and the Tracer. So Torbjorn is notoriously good for charging up Zarya's shield, powering her up. So we'll see how UCM's defense holds up here.
He's starting off, but we're seeing that Broncos Tracer going around flanking UCM, causing a lot of trouble for their back line here. Trying to take that turret here as Broncos are already contesting the point here. They have everyone on the team. UCM is being pushed back slowly but surely. UCM trying to get back into the fight here. Angor is revived by the Mercy there.
This is looking ugly. This is over.
Ooh, and
UCM gets absolutely routed there.
Yeah, some say it was over before it even started.
And that will be the end of the series, guys. We will be seeing you after the break. We will be seeing you for another game of Overwatch. Thank you.
Taylor Industries is a proud sponsor of UCM Esports, a family-owned and operated business.
Welcome to Taylor Industries post show. We had an unfortunate 3-0 loss for UCM. Though they had some good plays overall, but it just wasn't enough against UCO's team comp. They had some really solid plays overall, whereas for me, from Keen's Row to Oasis, all the maps they played were super strong. It was just a tough competition for UCM. Starting out a bit rough this semester, so we hope to see them, get a little bit better, hopefully in the next match here. So Trey, can you tell us who our Covers player of the game was?
Yeah, so the Covers player of the game is Rickless Morty on the side of UCM. We saw some great frag outs by him on champions like Ashe and Reaper. Well deserved there. He had great gunplay. He tried his hardest there. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, but he does deserve this award.
Can't get that anymore.
And with that being said, that wraps it up for us. I am Trey.
And I'm Cody. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.
Lights go down. I've seen hell in you, but you don't care, no, you don't care, no. You just rather watch me fall from a golden mile. I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw when you break it.